Alright, so I just flushed the brakes front and rear. I changed my brake pads because they were shot. My throttle position sensor had gone out, and thank God the bike's still under warranty, so that was taken care of. Not that it's a very expensive part, but you know, it's nice to not have to come out of pocket. So the throttle position sensor has been fixed. I haven't ridden it since. This will be my first ride on it. Also, I was able to get my speedometer back on. It broke right here, and I welded it back together and then put this gusset on the side to kind of strengthen it a little bit and get it to hold up, because I like the speedo being here. This is just a really poor design, so if you are going to relocate your speedo, I wouldn't recommend this. Even though this one looks better than the one on the forks, I'd probably go ahead and get the one for your fork, or the one for the side of your tank that goes right here. I can't use that one because of my fairing, because I have my fairing moved so close to the tank and lifted so high. But let's take her out for a ride. I'm excited. Probably gonna run good. She was messing up and giving me some problems for a bit. I couldn't figure out why. I was messing with the tune and all kind of things, and come to find out, throttle position sensor. So seems to be, oh, it's so nice to have the speedo back. I gotta get used to that rear brake. My brake fluid was brown. It had been about 13,000 miles since the brake fluid was changed. Oh, I can tell that she's running better already. I love it. Whew, that rear brake is firm. Love it. Oh yeah. Oh, look! I know how fast I'm going. Yay! I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I've had a few throttle position sensors in the shop on the Sporties. I don't think it's a recall issue or anything, not yet. Maybe, you never know. But if your bike starts to, if it gets a little sluggish at a first, and it kind of seems like an air fuel issue, especially if you have your bike tuned, that's going to be your first bet on what you think it is. Run her by and get your throttle position sensor checked, just to make sure. You know, they can hook it up to and test for that and see where your voltage is on your throttle position sensor. Mine was reading wide open. I was at like 4.8, which is wide open throttle. So the ECM was thinking that my throttle was wide open the whole time, so my bike was performing really poorly. So you know, just you know, sometimes you never know what the issue is. So you know, I'm tuning her this way, tuning her that way, thinking that it's a fuel problem, and the whole time it was my TPS sensor. So you never know. Get her checked out and make sure. I mean, she's running good now, and it is nice to have my speedo and my turn signals and all that kind of stuff back, you know, just because it stinks when you're, you know, cruising along and the speed limit's 45 and you could be doing 60 and you pass a cop, and you know, thankfully that didn't happen, but it could. So, but she's running good now. She sounds good. There's no decel pop whatsoever, which is fantastic because I was having decel pop, but now there's none. It is a beautiful day here. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the sky. I mean, people are out, they are shopping, they are loving life today, and so am I, because my baby is fixed. So this is Panama City Beach, Florida, Pier Park. You know, a lot of people vacation here. If you ever get the chance, it's a cool spot. The beach is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful in the summertime. I mean, it is alive here. And this is a cool place, really cool place. I mean, just sounds absolutely great now. So good. Running perfect, idling perfect. And like I said, my sensor was going bad for some time, probably a month, you know, and it was about right at the time when I switched my tuner. So, you know, I didn't know what the issue was. I thought it was the tuner, but it turns out, you know, that's the thing about motorcycles with sensors now. You know, God bless the days of carburation, but like I tell everybody, I do like the fuel injection erection though. Yeah, it's sounding good now. Sounding real good, but man, it's beautiful today. Come on, slowpoke. But I was in the process of making a video on, you know, how to flush your brakes and how to change your brake pads and all that kind of stuff, but my battery died on me, so I'll have to see if I can't try to piece it together. You know, for you guys out there who, you know, flushing your brakes is easy, but it can be tedious, you know, especially if you don't have a bleeder. You know, thankfully I got one at my disposal, but I was going to go over how to do it without a bleeder. If you don't have access to one, you know, it's, you know, the only thing about not having a bleeder is it's a little more tedious. That's all. But I mean, you can do it without a bleeder, no problem. It's just, you know, a lot of pushing your brake and opening and closing your bleeder valve to get the air out if you happen to get in the end. But you can bleed your brakes without getting air in by hand, and I was going to go over how to do that, and I may still do it even if I have to flush my brakes again. I'll tell you what, it is just as hot as it is beautiful today though. The beach is actually right in front of me. I'll see if I can't get a shot of it before I get to the El Motorcycle parking. Look at that bad boy right there. Porsche Panamera Turbo, baby. It's one of my favorite cars. Look how gorgeous. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh. Suzuki. That must be his bike. I don't mind metric bikes though. I like metric bikes. They make good bikes. I'd rather have a man, the new FZ10. That thing is cool, and if you haven't got the chance to check that out, Yamaha's new FZ10 for 2017, that thing is a monster. It is a very cool bike. So I'm gonna pop in right here. And it is my time to get out of here, guys. Just wanted to shoot a quick little video real quick. See you, fellas.